Hi, Terry O'Donnell, and thanks for tuning in. I want to talk to you now about what do you want? Do you know? Many of the people that I coach don't know what they want. They're oftentimes unclear. And then sometimes they do know fully what they want. And I want you to know that if you will match the frequency of the reality you want, you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way, says Einstein. So some people have real clarity of purpose. You can see it in their behavior, their attitude, and results, right? But for others, and you know who I may be talking about, they have a fuzzy idea, but they're not really sure what they want for today, tomorrow, or even next week. Many people struggle to come up with that coherent answer when I ask them that big question: what do you really want out of your life? Do you know what you want? Well, I know what I wanted, and I went and got it because I was so focused. How about you? Well, some standard responses when I ask, what do you want? They include things like, I'm not sure, I live for today, or, you know what, let tomorrow take care of itself. So in other words, let life come at me instead of letting me choose what I want for my life. Some people have a restrained version of the ambitions because they're afraid to think too big, afraid they may fail or be criticized. Well, if Einstein is right, then that's exactly what we'll experience, right? The uncertainty, the random results, and unfilled aspirations. And it's often a struggle to take initiative and have enthusiasm for the goals if we've lost touch with the life we really want. So I want to share with you a couple of tips or tricks, if you will, in order for you to get back in touch with yourself and with your life. And there's 3 ways in order to do this. The first is heal the past. You know, it's tough enough to move ahead when you're anchored to the past, let alone let go of all those untrue old stories we tell ourselves and that we tell others. So we have to start with healing our past, and that is a springboard to releasing ourselves to pursue a meaningful future. The second way is that we have to know thyself, because taking a self-inventory of your abilities, your skills, and even your interests rekindles the enthusiasm for the desires we may have once forgotten. It helps us confirm and sometimes often discover our true avocation. And the third way is to be bold in your thinking, not hasty in your action. If hasty decisions or thinking small got you to where you are now, perhaps it's time for a change. And maybe it's a total about face, leaving a career or a relationship and trying something new. Or maybe it's just reimagining your current situation. For example, if you're a journalist and you want to quit writing, well, maybe you just want to try your hand at a novel instead. Or if you love to cook like I do and take cooking classes, maybe you want to consider catering or working as a chef. No, it's not for me. But I did want to reinvent myself, which I did just 5 years ago. And I mostly wanted to be a voice for women. And that led me to my coaching, only to discover that men want what I have to offer as well. So we all get to choose our own reality through self-assurance versus uncertainty, or intentional effort versus random results, and contentment over accomplishments versus unfulfilled aspirations. Facing the past, getting to know yourself, and taking action can feel very unfamiliar and a bit scary at first. But once you make the effort, you'll find the clarity and discover what you really want. And by doing so, as Einstein suggests, the universe will respond in kind. So what reality do you want for your life? Thanks for listening. Terry O'Donnell.